Zach first time on the ice. Keep making us proud, Zach. For your big hands are nice and long. We like that. And for Point Borough, team captain Will Harrington. Will has played varsity hockey all 4 years of high school. He will continue his education next fall and would like to play college hockey. Good luck, Will. From Jackson Liberty, Mikey Bain. Mikey has been playing hockey since he was 8 years old. He has played for Liberty High School for the last 4 years. Mikey will be studying criminal justice in college. Good luck, Mikey. And from Jackson Liberty, Jesse Shallon.
Don't fall. Oh, go. Fell too. He's gonna fall.
Jesse joined the Liberty team during the 2016-17 season. He has played left wing, and during this season became the goalie for the JV team. Jesse plans to continue his education at Ocean Community College in the fall. Good luck, Jesse. And from Point Borough, Matt Puccino. Matt started club hockey at the age of 10. He has played offense for the high school hockey team for 4 years. Matt is a member of the National Honor Society and also plays on the high school golf team. After graduation, he plans to join the Coast Guard. Good luck, Matt. And last but not least, from Point Borough, our team goalie, Kyle Jones. Kyle is a 4 years varsity player. He plans to attend either Massachusetts Maritime Academy or SUNY Maritime College studying in marine transportation. Good luck, Kyle. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out this evening and supporting our hockey team. Our very best wishes to our future alumni. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to JTV's Game of the Week. I'm Brian Martingano.
And I'm Matt Egan.
And this season of JTV's Game of the Week is sponsored by Prince Hardwood Flooring in Jackson.
And this is a hockey matchup between the Lacey Lions and Jackson Liberty Lions. So Lions versus Lions here this evening, part of a doubleheader. Well, doubleheader for us. It'll be this game and then a second game a little later, so you're not going to want to miss that one either. So Brian will introduce the starters for the Lacey team.
And as the goalie is Jacob Turin. He's been looking good in warm-up so far. And then Brett Stafford, Trent Stanfield, Ryan Gerhauser, and Peyton Walfarth.
Jackson Liberty's goalie is Kyle Jones. You'll have your starters of Zach DeAndrea, Matt Bicino, Mikey Bain, and Jesse Shalon for the Jackson Liberty Lions as the game is getting ready to be set underway here. And there we go, 15 minutes on the clock, and they are playing.
The Lions win the face-off, take it back a little bit, and have started to push forward.
Yeah, it looks like right now the puck is in control of, I believe Lacey has it at the moment. Can't quite see that far down. Yes, Lacey does have that as they are coming back down the rink. Liberty's defense. Liberty now picks the puck back up, going back down the other half of the rink. Looks like Liberty's number 28 has that.
And it goes for a shot on net, but that gets deflected off. Great save there by the goalie.
Yeah, good defense there for Lacey's goalie. You can see Liberty.
The Liberty Lions putting on a lot of pressure early, able to get that face-off as we look for another one.
And there you go, puck's back in play. Liberty's got it. That is Liberty's number 97, shooting it off to the 91 there for a moment. And you can see Liberty maintaining control of it. As 97 there, he's got it once again. That, of course, being Brandon McCauley. And here's a replay for you. You can see good defense there by Lacey. Once again, so neither team's able to score just yet.
But the Liberty Lions have been putting out a lot of pressure and definitely been passing around in the back as they take another shot, but it bounces off the post, not able to go in.
Yeah, they're keeping it pretty much on the right side of the rink, and that's exactly what Liberty wants to do, to be on the offensive and not need to be on the defensive right now. It's keeping Lacey on the defense. It's a great strategy. Lacey's got control of it there for a moment, and you can see Liberty's 91 against two Lacey players there for a moment as that puck now goes back across the rink, and Liberty's got control of it. That's Liberty's number 72, shoots it off.
13 minutes left, 2 minutes in, and there's already been 4 shots for the Liberty Lions. Lacey not able to put on any pressure so far, 0 shots, and frankly, they really have not been on the Liberty side of the field at all.
Yeah, Liberty side of the rink there, and it's been pretty impressive here the way both teams are playing. They're pretty evenly matched at the moment. Again, neither one really able to score, and that puck staying squarely on the one side of the rink for the most part, which is exactly what Liberty wants to do, because the more it stays over there, the more likely they are to eventually score a goal.
And
see, they're right up against the wall there.
And Liberty Lions definitely putting on a lot more pressure.
And Liberty keeping control of that puck. He's gonna have an opening there. He tries to shoot it and didn't really go anywhere with that, unfortunately.
And Lacey trying to get them out, but Liberty playing phenomenal offense, able to keep the pressure on, not letting Lacey get anything. And even as they go back there, Liberty is able to stop it.
Yeah, like I said, they seem very evenly matched right now, the offense and the defense. Lacey's offense being quite good, and then Liberty's defense, Lacey's defense rather, and Liberty's offense very evenly matched. And you see Lacey's got control of the puck there. That was the number 3 of Peyton there, who got it for a moment. And that puck goes free. Liberty's number 72 trying to recover, but Lacey gets to it first. Now Liberty having to play defense for a brief moment. Liberty gets control of that puck once again, and that's Liberty's number 72 shooting that puck off.
And as they pass it over to the side, bring it behind the net, they're really just looking to make an opportunity, maybe spread apart the defense, because right now they're kind of just crowding the box, not letting anything happen.
Yeah, Lacey's got control of it there, but again, Liberty number 72 of Jason A. there doing a great job getting that puck. He's staying in that left corner or left side and able to recover it when it gets sent over to it. You can see they're just scrambling for it as they'll go up to the corner of the rink.
And another great save by Lacey.
Yeah, great playing here by both teams at the moment. 10 minutes, 51 seconds left in the first period. Both teams still yet to put numbers up on the board, but they're getting close to it. Right now, Liberty's got control of the puck as they'll go down the rink, and they'll pass it off. Liberty number 2, passing it off to Liberty number, was that 88? And that's Liberty 28 down, and might have gone in, I believe. Yes, it was. That'll be a goal for Jackson Liberty.
And Liberty with 8 shots, finally scoring on that last one. But as you can see, they're just able to get right up close, able to put it over the goalie's leg. Great try by him, but just able to get it over his leg and into the back of the net.
Well, everything's a game of momentum, so Liberty able to get the first goal, and that'll be a lot of momentum for them going into the rest of the first period. So right now, getting ready for another face-off. And Liberty quickly gets it. They're trying to get another goal, or a third goal here,
And
as they've had 2 so far tonight. Oh, right up against the wall.
Liberty pushing forward, trying to pass it over to the inside. A little bit of a trip up there by number 20.
Oh, hard onto the ground. That is number 4. That was Joe Roselli.
And number 22 trying to take a shot there. It is saved by the goalie. Great save by him, and a phenomenal shot. Would have gone top corner, but the goalie just able to get in front of it. Goes to the side, and Liberty looking to back up a little bit. Try to go in again and just keep this pressure going.
Yeah, Liberty's in a really good spot right now. 2 goals very, very close together, and they're looking to make that 3 as quick as possible. And that puck goes free for a moment, in control of no one. Liberty's number 88, Josh Fela, quickly getting control of that, and great job by him. He's going to maintain control of that all the way down the rink. Almost goes in, but it won't. Good defense there by Lacey.
And Liberty trying to get it right back in the middle, and even though Lacey was able to get down to their side of the rink for a brief second, not able to keep it there.
I tell you what, that was a very impressive play there by Jackson Liberty. I mean, that puck went all the way down, went all the way back down, and it'll hopefully for Liberty, or at least they're hoping it's going to stay right where they want it, right around the Lacey goal.
And Liberty has been putting on plenty of pressure. 12 shots so far and 4 for 4 on face-off, so they've been keeping it majority of the time.
It's been a great game so far. Only about 9 minutes left in this first period.
As that gets tossed back, and they're looking to take a shot, but the defender blocks it. As they're now sending it back and forth around the back, trying to get past the Lacey defense.
And you see Lacey's got a great thing going right now. Liberty, number 97, good job on the defense. Passes it back off. Tries to pass it to another Liberty player, and it's just not going to happen for a moment. And that'll be Kyle Jones regaining control. That's Liberty goalie, of course. Gets it to the number 97 of Brandon McCauley.
As they take it back down the rink, looking to pass it back towards the middle. Three Liberty players just right up in the middle looking for that pass, trying to take a quick shot. Loses control of it for a second, and it's now back onto the Liberty half.
I tell you what, that puck's gotten out of control a few times here tonight, but luckily Liberty's always been able to recover it, at least so far has been able to recover it. That could be disastrous, though, for them if they lose control of it and Lacey gets it. That could prove to be an issue for them. Liberty with 2 goals, though, so far. It's been a pretty impressive game so far, wouldn't you say? What do you think of the two teams here tonight? I mean, the way I see it, they're still evenly stacked, at least, between the two sides.
Yeah, I mean, the Liberty offense has definitely been keeping a lot of pressure, but I give credit to the Lacey defense, letting about a 6 of the shots into the back of the net, and it's been a lot of their defenders blocking these shots before they even get to the net. But Liberty keeping on the pressure as that puck gets shot back out. Does a little move there and goes, and Liberty once again forced to back up a little bit, but Lacey's just not there to keep the pressure up. Liberty will take it up the middle, trying to take a shot on net, but now looking for a pass, able to take the shot, and it is a great save by the goalie.
Yeah, Lacey's goalie there doing all he can, and here's your replay of that. And you can see there goes the puck, and great job by the goalie there. That could have very easily been goal number 3 for Jackson Liberty.
Yeah, and that was a great shot on a really good breakaway for them.
So right now, you can see it's still Liberty's game, though the way they've been playing, looks like Lacey trying to find the cracks in their game, and they might be starting to expose some of them. What do you think?
I mean, Liberty has been 5-5 on faceoffs, and that's definitely been helping, and they've been really able to keep up the pressure, but the couple of times that the puck has gone to the Liberty half, there really hasn't been much pressure because it just kind of gets thrown out by a mistake by Liberty.
Well, Liberty just got goal number 3 there, so whatever they're doing something right. You can see Liberty's 95 passing it off to, I believe that's the 72 there. And great play here, and you can see there goes Lacey. They'll get control of that puck, and I tell you what, Lacey's got to put some numbers up real quickly. They don't want Liberty to run away with this. As Liberty's quickly looking to do so. Could this be goal number 4 that we're looking at? Maybe.
And Liberty takes control, definitely going back down, takes the shot, but it was saved by the Lacey goalie.
I tell you what, I mean, Liberty's starting to try and get away on a bit of a breakaway here. They're not yet able to do, I wouldn't say they've done it quite yet, but I mean, they're starting to run away with it.
Yeah, and Liberty definitely taking a bunch of shots on net, trying to get it in and force it in, but honestly, Lacey has been doing a phenomenal job in this goalie. Once again, saving another one. It's saving another one.
Yeah, that goalie's working double time there with all the shots Liberty's taking on it. And I tell you what, he's doing a phenomenal job. As is Lacey's defense, as they're trying to just get control of the puck and maybe potentially put something there. And he's got pretty much open rink in front of him.
And a little bit of a slip.
Number 72 going to say no to that.
And a little bit of slip up by Liberty there, and Lacey's right there to pounce on it. But Liberty, once again, taking it right up the middle, able to keep the pressure going and not stop.
Hey, Lacey had open rink for a minute. What a job there by the goalie.
Once again, he's there to stop another shot. Liberty taking tons of them and even making a couple of substitutions in transition, but still getting the shots off.
The goalie there for Lacey, of course, number 1 player, Jacob Turin. And you see Lacey there almost getting control of that. I think they do have control of the puck. Yes, they do.
And Lacey takes probably their first shot of the match, but
that's what I'd call almost a Hail Mary, equivalent to a Hail Mary pass in football. He shot that off to no one, just kind of hoping for something to happen there. And I tell you, it almost happened.
Yeah, and Liberty's looking a lot more organized than Lacey at the moment. Like, even when they're back on their half, they're passing it back and forth to each other and not just throwing it down the rink and hoping to gain possession.
Yeah, it is getting to a point where Lacey, as you said, they're just getting a little bit more coordinated, and that's the key here.
Yeah, Lacey definitely needs to start putting more pressure on. And one thing that I have noticed that they've been keeping a defender right next to the goalie at almost all times, and it has been working. They have saved a couple of shots like that. But I really think if they want to start putting the pressure on, we're 10 minutes in, and they really haven't put any good offensive opportunities and shots.
Yeah, it looks like the puck in control by Lacey. The goalie's got it. He's going to give it off to, well, Liberty, I think, got it for a moment. They're right up against the wall there.
As they're looking to bring it inside, but Liberty is not going to be able to do it as the whistle is blown.
So right now, 5 minutes, 3 seconds left in the first period. Liberty up by 3. Lacey still at 0, but they've been coming close to getting one, getting a good score up.
Yeah, and Lacey has definitely been looking better in the last part of these 10 minutes that have gone by so far.
Yeah, and right now you can see the puck's in control by Liberty still, but you see, look at the way Lacey's covering. He's got two-man coverage there, and I think that's what they got to do.
Yeah, they really got to stop this offensive attack, and they have been doing better, but Liberty right now has kind of open range behind the goal, and while that doesn't really mean there's a threat put on net, that they could do what they just did right there, and if you would have passed it maybe, but they're really just putting on all the pressure, and Lacey's not quite able to find a solution to it.
He might have a breakaway. He might have a little bit of a clearing, but not for long, as Liberty's defense is right there to stop them, and they'll come right up against the wall here. Oh, hard into the wall. That's going to be a hard hit. He'll get right back up in there fighting for that puck, and you can see just how intense this game is, and it's barely started.
And Liberty now able to take it down the rink, but it is pretty much 5-on-1. Lacey right there immediately, and I'd say that was Lacey's best attempt so far. They tried to go for a pass in the middle, but it was broken up by Liberty, and there was a couple of hard checks up against the wall, and that really threw things for a loop.
Yeah, and, you know, when you look at something like that and you look at this game the last few minutes, the way it's been playing, Liberty has, well, in my opinion, complete control of it. They have control of the tempo, and because they have Lacey playing a purely defensive game, and that's not something you're going to want to have to do, you know?
Yeah, and Liberty right there, they took a shot all the way in the back, which is kind of a shot in the dark, but while it was saved by the goalie, which is kind of what you'd expect, that kept pressure up, and Lacey going down for it again, but whistle's blown, and it goes back to Liberty.
I just think it's an important thing here to have control of the game for whichever team, and right now it's squarely in control by Liberty because they've put Lacey, as I said, in a spot where they're forced to play a defensive game. They can't really play an offensive game because if they do, they have to give up a little bit of their defense, and that's going to let Liberty probably score another goal, and that's something they really can't afford. Even though this, you know, we're not even at the end of the first period. Liberty getting 4 in a row, that would not be good for them because that's a big hole to climb out of.
Yeah, and Liberty has definitely been starting off with a lot more pressure. 7 of 7 in face-offs, so they're definitely putting on the pressure, and right from when that puck gets dropped, Liberty has had control, and they're just fighting for it. As you can see right now, Liberty has 3 players on the puck, and they're just keeping it and just keeping possession of it as we walk down to 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in this first period.
Yeah, we'll be getting ready for the next 2 and just going again hard up onto the wall there. Liberty's number 37 player, that is Nick Campbell. And that was just fighting for the puck there. And, you know, that's hockey is a contact sport.
And one thing that I've noticed a lot more from Liberty is a lot more substitutions that are coming in, but Lacey is able to put another shot, and that one bounces out, takes a good job for Lacey, and Lacey able to take it to the middle. Number 3 looking to take a shot around the side, but not quite able to get it done.
Lacey's able to play a little bit of an offensive game there for a moment, but Liberty takes it right back, and now Liberty's going to have the advantage. And you see the other thing, when Lacey had that for a moment, they were, again, it was like, again, what I'm calling the equivalent to a Hail Mary shot, where he shot it kind of just out into nowhere, just hoping it would go in, and that not something you want to be doing.
Yeah, and been looking like a very physical team on defense. And that has really been working well for them. As whenever Lacey starts it with the puck and is able to get it down to the Liberty half, Liberty has just been too fast, too quick, and just kind of shoving to play more physical game.
It has been a great game so far. Either way, 1 minute and 25 seconds left in this first period. Can Liberty get goal number 4? That is the question on a lot of people's mind, I would imagine.
Yeah, and Lacey starting to look a lot stronger as we get towards the end of the period. They're probably going to be hoping to score before the end of the period, maybe go with a little bit going into the second period. But Liberty, able to keep the puck in possession as they take another shot there, but they still maintain possession, and that's the key for them. They're taking shots that are low risk for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're taking these shots that they know, yeah, the goalie's going to save it, but we're able to keep the pressure going, and that's really helping them control the tempo and this entire game.
And speaking of the goalie, again, I want to praise the goalie there because he's doing a great job stopping all these from going in because he's had a lot of shots taken. And look at that, another shot there for Lacey. Again, another just doesn't go in, doesn't come close, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Lacey able to fight up against the wall there, but Lacey seems a little bit lost in communication now in the middle of the rink. But Liberty once again gets control but loses the puck.
Yeah, Lacey takes control when that puck goes free, and that might work to their advantage for a moment. Puck will come up to the wall, and Liberty has it. Well, it'll be free for a moment, but Liberty takes it. Will they get one more goal before the end of the period? That's going to be the million-dollar question.
And yes, they will. With 5 seconds left, they're able to.
Here's your replay of that event. And minor technical difficulties here, folks. We'll have a replay of that, hopefully. But nevertheless, and yeah, here it is. Goes right in. Lacey's goalie was looking to the left, and it went to the right. But nonetheless, 4 goals for Jackson Liberty in the first period.
As the clock runs out on the first period, Liberty winning 4-0 going into the second period.
You're the stats guy. It's 15 minutes in a period. They got 4 goals. What does that translate to goals per minute?
I mean, that'd probably be down around roughly 3.5 minutes per goal. And really, that's just a lot of pressure. And they have 21 shots over the course of 15 minutes. So that's more than a shot a minute.
That's pretty good right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good for Liberty, just keeping the pressure up. Lacey only able to pull off 3.
Doubly good you're doing all that math without a calculator. Using like all my fingers, everything.
And Liberty has definitely been looking a lot stronger, but they will take this little bit of a break, and Lacey will try to recoup and try to, figure out what they were doing wrong.
Yeah, and I think Lacey's just got to focus on being able to play offense, and that's going to be the hard thing for them because when they're in a situation like this, they're almost forced into playing defense. I know I've been saying that. I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but, I mean, it's true. They're in a situation where if they try to play offense, they lose coverage, and Liberty can take shots like what they've had.
Yeah, and with the shots being as good as they have been for Liberty, they've been taking a lot of shots that, even the ones that don't go in, they seem to be really hard shots.
Yeah.
And they just, once again, keep possession.
And we'll take it to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Bye, Mom. See you later.
Don't text and drive.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't see you.
You didn't stop.
I know, but My girlfriend, she's mad at me. I had to text her.
It's my first day of school. He's only 7.
I know, but I was looking down at my phone. I can't stop. I'm sorry. I know it's our anniversary day.
And we're back getting ready with about a minute 26 seconds till the game restarts for the second period. Liberty up by 4, Lacey at 0. If you're just joining us here this evening, folks, want to welcome you to JTV's Game of the Week, sponsored by, Prince Hardwood
Flooring
and
Jackson.
Flooring in Jackson, New Jersey. Wonderful company. Want to thank them for giving us their support.
Yeah, and so far it has been a good game, definitely in Liberty's possession most of the time, and Liberty's just really looking strong coming right out of the gate.
Liberty has had, and it sounds like a broken record, but Liberty has had complete control of this game since they scored that first goal. And it's everything. Momentum is everything. And Lacey needs to break that, and that's the only way they're going to win. Plain and simple.
And Liberty has been scoring on shots that aren't all that great. Yes, they have good shots that have been going onto net, but they've really just kind of been pushing forward, and that pressure, they just eventually crack, and these weaker shots have been going in. While Liberty has taken a bunch of really good, solid shots, those haven't been the ones that are going in because the goalie has been doing phenomenally.
Well, it's just a matter of numbers. If you shoot, 50 shots, I know that's not the number, but if you shoot, say, 50 shots, you're bound to have at least a few go in, and that's what it is.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that might be Liberty's strategy, but it's definitely something that they might be considering as of now because of not the lack of defense by Lacey, but just them not able to keep Liberty away.
Hey, whatever works, whatever scores you goals,
Yeah, and they're going to do whatever they can to keep this trend going.
15 minutes on the clock as we get ready. Should be an exciting second period. So 3 periods, of course, in a hockey game, for those of you that might not know.
As we get ready for another face-off, Liberty 8 for 8 on it. Liberty now taking it back a little bit, looking to establish themselves pretty early as they pass it in again. Number 28 able to take it, and they're just passing it around, waiting to go in. And they pass it towards the middle, taking it back to the outside, take a quick shot, and that's another early goal by Liberty. Once again, not the best shot by them, but it goes into the side netting.
Here's your replay, and you can watch that. And that, just right in.
And they go to 25 and 28 it over to the left side there, just shooting it right and just able to sneak it past. And that was just great, quick pressure by Liberty.
That is 5 goals in a little bit more than 15 minutes. What a job by Jackson Liberty. Can they make it 6? They're going to try for it. It won't happen. It almost happened, I tell you, though. Lacey's got control. They won't keep control of it, though. Jackson Liberty takes the puck back.
And that's one of the shots that I was talking about earlier, where it's a really good shot, but those aren't the ones that have been scoring for them. It's the ones where they've been slowly chipping away at them.
Like I said, whatever gets the score, that's the important thing.
As they get ready for another face-off, 9 for 9 on face-offs. Definitely looking really strong and taking possession right out the gate.
Liberty's just in a good place right now. 14 minutes left. This period barely started as Lacey's got the puck as it goes all the way down the rink.
And the Lions looking to take possession again as they're able to take it behind and go forward again. And they pass it up again. Liberty on a little bit of a breakaway, taking it back towards the center, going to the outside, making a great move to come in, passing it, and they take a shot, and it hits Lacey goalie right in the chest, and he's able to stop it.
I tell you what, good job by that goalie again, Jacob Turin.
And one thing that I have noticed by him is he's really been standing his ground. A lot of other goalies would maybe come out a bit or maybe go to either side, but he's really just sitting there taking the shots, especially the ones that have just been coming right at his chest. He's kind of just been sitting there taking the shot.
I mean, hey, that's what you gotta do. If he moves, that goes in, and then you have 6 goals instead of 5, and that's exactly what he doesn't want to happen. What he can't let happen, especially. And look at that. You see that one there.
Yeah, and that was a wonderful save, and that's once again when I was talking about Liberty taking an excellent shot, but that is not the one that goes in for them.
He caught that one. That was absolutely impressive. Phenomenal goalie.
And Liberty winning the faceoff again, but this time not going exactly in their favor as it goes back a little bit, but Liberty just regrouping a little bit and trying to push in.
Lacey's got possession. Liberty gets it back, though, and I believe it was Mikey Bain that has it there for the moment. And takes the shot, gets blocked, but it is a scuffle for that puck.
And Liberty able to take 2 shots in quick succession after the goalie saves one of them, and it goes back out, and Liberty able to take 2 shots there, not quite able to come away with the goal, but definitely a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I tell you, that puck now is free for anyone, and they're right up on the wall. They're going to be fighting for it. Oh, hard down. Man, oh, man.
And
I tell you what, he's back up, though, so how about that?
yeah, and these hockey players, yes, they have a lot of pattern, but they are definitely just tough people in general. And I mean, just look at this goalie. He's diving everywhere, taking all the shots that they've been taking.
That was a hard hit there. That was Liberty's number 22 player, Joey Virgo. Good on him for getting back up, though.
And Liberty here has possession of the puck and is really just looking for passes, and nobody's contesting him early.
Well, they're keeping possession where they shoot it off there, and they'll get it off. Lacey will get it. Lacey shoots it, and it goes free.
And Liberty up 5-0. 12 minutes left in this period, and the ref has really just been calling it, and there's been a lot of penalties against Lacey, and they've been bringing it back a lot of times that Lacey was out.
Yeah, this has been a phenomenal game so far. What do you think of how the two teams are matched? What's your impression there?
While I do think that Liberty has had a stronger showing, I do feel that Lacey just really needs to get their grip a little bit more than they've had so far. Lacey has been putting some really solid defense into it, but I don't know whether they have some injuries or something, but they really have not been putting on an offensive show.
And they'll be back up against the wall for a moment fighting for that puck. Puck goes free. Liberty takes it. And it's free again. Who's going to get it?
And right there again, Lacey finally gets a hit into open space, and Liberty's right there waiting for it.
I think Liberty's got control of it there for a moment, and they again it goes free. That's where Liberty's having issues, is they get it and they shoot it off, and it goes out to no one. That's their problem.
Yeah, and it seems like they've been having a little bit more of a disconnect in this second period, but that's kind of okay for them. Up 5-0. They're really just able to, if they're able to keep possession, even right here, while it is on their half, they do have possession, and they're looking to take it downfield. And Lacey just puts it up against the wall, and Liberty once again recovers it, and now has possession back in their half, just wasting and stalling more and more time.
Yeah, the big thing, though, is not letting Lacey score, which they almost got themselves into position to do there. Liberty had to scramble the defense.
Yeah, and Liberty has been playing really fast, and as you can see there, Lacey finally got on a breakaway, and Liberty players were just able to catch up like it was nothing.
Yeah, great job there by Liberty getting on the defensive as quickly as they could. That was the important thing for them there. 10 minutes left in this period. Well, 10 minutes, 45 seconds. Still 5-0.
And Liberty 10 for 10 on faceoffs, and that's really a lot of tempo right there.
It looks like Lacey will try to get it. Liberty gets it back, though. They'll be fighting right around the middle of the rink for her. can see Liberty trying to get it down to maybe score goal number 6, but Lacey's defense is there, tougher than ever. And that puck almost went out, but it'll stay in the rink. Here's a replay of that.
And Lacey, once again, though, playing really strong here at the end.
So,
And
you can see how the puck just kind of goes.
yeah, and that was another shot there by Liberty, but like just kind of ripped it, just trying to get something on net because they know whenever they've taken shots, they really haven't been scoring on their first shot. They've been taking multiple shots, and one of them just kind of eventually finds its way into the goal.
Yeah, Lacey might be trying to take a page of Liberty's play here and just kind of taking pot shots. But Liberty's got control of that puck at the moment. Can they make goal number 6 happen? At the moment, no. Good job by the Lacey goalie, Jacob, there.
Yeah, and Lacey there definitely looking really strong, but coming down onto that, there was 4 Liberty players against 2 of Lacey, and that just proves that Liberty has been a lot faster. They've been taking their breakaways, and they've been running with it with multiple people. And even here, they're waiting a little bit, but that's just a well thought out play there, passing it along the back. Lacey's able to get it, but Liberty's right there waiting for that puck.
Yeah, now call me crazy, though, but I think Lacey's had control of that puck a little bit more, though. Oh, hard into the wall, though, than Liberty has here.
Yeah, and Lacey has definitely been having control, but whenever they get control, it really has been on their own half, and they've just really been fighting to clear it.
Oh, without a doubt. Well, that's been the problem, is Lacey will get it, but they can't capitalize on it, and that's the key.
Yeah, and that's something that they really need to work on, but some of their shots have been really good, and Liberty is able to take another one. And like I was saying earlier, if we take a look at that again.
And you can see right there, puck goes in.
28
they
from
take
9
the first
and
shot,
91.
the goalie's able to save it, it bounces off his chest, but Liberty's right there on top of it again, taking a second shot.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, I mean, 6 goals in, about 20 minutes. I mean, that's something else.
Yeah, and that's really something that they've been working on. And
not only was it 6 goals, it's uncontested 6 goals.
yeah, and that's something that they're definitely going to be struggling with, Lacey, as their shots, they have been good, but a lot of them have just been shots in the dark. And once again, there's that shot that Liberty just takes, knowing that whatever happens, there's no threat on their goal.
Yeah, almost goal number 7. And actually, that I believe was goal number 7. Yes, it was.
And
here's a question: do you think we see 10?
I do think there's a chance that we see it, but I do think Lacey definitely has.
91.
I mean, we're 3 away from it.
Yes, and Lacey has not been looking so good so far, but I do think Lacey may start to pick it up as they do make a couple substitutions there, maybe trying to fresh it up and make a couple of changes to really change the environment because things aren't really working at the moment.
Well, the other question, aside from Liberty potentially getting to 10, when and if do you think Lacey will put numbers up on there?
Yeah, I think Lacey's definitely going to be trying to score as early as possible, but once again, they make a minor mistake that now leads to a face-off in their own side, and the Lions have been looking a lot better at face-offs, 11 of 13.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like I said, I think Lacey's gotten the puck a few more times than Liberty has, but they don't control it for as long, and they certainly don't capitalize on it, and that is the problem, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Lacey really trying to show up a lot stronger right now as they have been. But once again, that puck goes down, and it finally gets in Liberty's half, but Liberty has control of it, and they just were able to find an open guy, pass it down, and it's now a 3-on-2. And Lacey making a really good job there, able to keep possession of it, but Lacey able to get it here, but with no opportunities down the ring.
Yeah, Lacey's got a strong defense, but Liberty's just got, I don't know, it's like they're in sync with each other, you know? You know what I mean? It's like they're like right in sync with each other.
Yeah, and Liberty has definitely just been kind of looking a lot stronger, playing a lot more like a team than Lacey, who have been playing really strong defensively, but it's really been a lot with their goalie. And Liberty takes possession of the puck again. Going down the side, Liberty trying to pass it, look for a pass down the middle, not able to get it, try to get a quick
Good defense
around
there.
the side. Liberty taking it again, going for a little bit of a shot there, almost going between the goalie and the post, but not quite able to go in. Liberty with their 33rd shot.
I tell you what, impressive job by that goalie, slamming his hand pretty much right down on the puck. I mean, that was just great, just being aware, you know?
Yeah, and that's definitely been something that they have been really good at so far.
And you can see Lacey trying to get control of that as that puck goes free, but it won't happen. Liberty takes it, and with Liberty in control, that's the big thing. They have a potential for number 8. Will they get number 8? It goes, and it doesn't go in. Lacey's defense is right there, able to stop them, as they'll go right up against the wall.
And the Lions looking there for a redirect, getting a little bit more creative with their plays, but with their 34 shots so far over the course of these about 20 minutes, that's a shot every 41 seconds, which is a lot stronger than Lacey has been showing so far.
I tell you what, that is an impressive amount of shots they're taking here.
And Liberty takes control of it, taking a shot down the middle, not able to get it as it's blocked by the goalie, and another shot there. Liberty taking another shot, able to get a lot of cracks at this net. And Lacey with a little bit of miscommunication there, 2 people on the puck at once up against the wall, and Liberty just able to capitalize on that and really take possession of it. But Liberty, once again, they leave a player back, and he's now able to take possession of it.
And it goes right off into no man's land for a moment, but Liberty gets control of it.
And they pass it out again, and well, the clock never stopped and there was no penalties called. It really feels like it does because Liberty just takes their time and waits for an opportunity to show itself as Lacey kind of spreads out a little bit, and they kind of become a little bit too comfortable. And as they take another really solid shot there, but not quite able to put it in.
Yeah, Liberty's on the defensive now, and that might be changing the tempo of the game for a moment, as Lacey might have a chance to get their first goal as they're right around the Liberty net. This has really been the first time this evening that I'd say we've seen that, but the puck comes back down the ice.
Yeah, and they have been looking good for Liberty as the tempo has been going a lot.
I tell you what, it's been just incredibly exciting to watch. I mean, even with Liberty kind of running away with it, it's still been exciting to watch because Lacey has not been playing bad. That's the thing. They're still right there. They just haven't been able to capitalize that final part where they need to get that score.
Yeah, and Liberty, once again there, that was not that great of a shot, but they're able to keep possession after taking a shot. And that's something that Liberty has been doing really good at, not letting 3-4 shots happen in a matter of 10 seconds.
Yeah, Lacey looking for a potential goal here. They've got possession down on their side, but now Liberty trying to bring it back down the ice, and they've got it here.
As he goes down the middle, looking to go back around, is able to get it past one, takes a shot a little bit high and off to the left. Phenomenal shot there, and Liberty just keeps possession of it. Again, gets a little bit tripped up there, but you know, Liberty's able to keep possession and try to get another shot. Gets shoved into the net, but still, Liberty still has possession, and that's something that Liberty has been doing really well. And even there, so close to putting it on net, but Lacey does get possession, and Liberty's pouncing right on him, almost a 4-on-1 instantly. Yeah,
Liberty now just keeping it in their corner, or their side of the rink, I should say, and they're just doing exactly what they need to be doing, both time management and just keeping possession.
And Liberty able to pass it down again, but able to turn around and get it back towards the middle. And right now, it's 2-on-1, but there are Liberty players open, and that is a phenomenal shot that gets blocked. But once again, taking that shot for Liberty, there is no risk involved in taking that shot.
Good job by the goalie there. That almost went in, but he was, again, able just to see the puck right where it was and just stop it in its tracks.
Yeah, and the worst thing that happens on a lot of the shots that Liberty has been taking is the goalie saves it, but Liberty has been pouncing on it again and really taking possession and just keeping it.
Liberty's got control of that puck, but they've got control of it on the wrong side of the ice. They'll bring it back to where they want it.
And Liberty going back behind the net again, uncontested, able to get a pass out to the middle, a little bit of pass miscommunication there, not able to take the shot as he probably was not expecting it. And that's a shot, and it goes right off the forearm of the Lacey goalie.
Here's your replay of that, and this is goal number 8 for Jackson Liberty. Goes right in and bounces, like you said, off the forearm of the goalie. He almost had that one block.
Yeah, and he's a little bit upset at himself for not being able to save that, but you got to give him a lot of credit because he has saved most of the shots this evening.
I was about to say, yeah, he let that one by, but the amount that he has prevented has been incredible. I mean, we've seen it tonight. He's been top tier, I'd say.
Yeah, and I mean, just doing some stats, he saved 80% of the shots that have been taken on his net, and that's just something really good to see.
I think that's any statistic any team would be happy with.
Yeah, and I mean, and you know, while that is a great thing to see, that means Liberty's shooting percentage has only been 20%, but a lot of their shots have kind of just been fluff, not a lot of stuff to it, and they're able to take another shot there.
There's goal number 9.
And once we take a look at that again, you can see that they take the shot and it goes off the goalie, but Liberty is just able to be so quick that he's able to take the puck again and just put it top shelf and it goes in, and Lacey goalie, he can't do much there.
I was about to say, I don't even think he saw that.
Yeah, I mean,
not until it went in anyway.
Yeah, as that puck bounced off his chest, it kind of went down towards the ground, so he got a little bit lost on where the puck actually went. And Liberty was just able to see it, see the opportunity, and once again capitalize on it.
And that's been, I was gonna say that's been 2 in a row, but really 9 in a row, 2 in a row, real quick for Liberty.
Yeah, and Liberty has started putting on more pressure once again, but the goalie is able to stop it, as it does end up in the side of the net.
Goalie doing like I said, that goalie's been doing a great job here, and I know he just let 2 unfortunately slip by, but I mean, either way, you said 80% rate there. That's still a great number that he should still be happy with.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that he should be proud of, keeping his head held up high coming out of this. As while I wouldn't consider Lacey out because Liberty definitely has had 2 strong periods, but Lacey really could be putting on a lot of pressure, and they can score a decent amount. Hockey is a very quick game where things can shift very quickly.
Well, if Liberty gets one more here, it'll be they've scored about 5 per period. And it'll be a lot for Lacey, but they'll have 15 minutes in the third, so it isn't over. It's not over.
Yeah, and Lacey is probably looking to they don't want to be embarrassed after this.
Good job by the goalie. You see that?
And amazing save there, but Lacey's going to want to hold their heads high and keep themselves strong.
Here's your replay of that, and you can see Liberty tries to shoot in. The goalie just, again, he's perfectly aware of that puck and catches it right before it goes in. What a job.
Yep, and that's another shot by Liberty that they've scored on a lot of, because they take that shot, the goalie saves it, and it just ends up in no man's land, and Liberty is able to get on it.
Well, and usually when they score on it, they do that shot in quick succession, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Where it'll bounce off the goalie, and then they get it in the second time.
Yeah, and I think Liberty has been the fastest team on the ice this entire time.
Lacey's got the puck for a moment. Will they get their first goal of the evening? It is a potential, but it's not going to happen. Not quite yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, and one thing that I have noticed about Liberty is they've been playing a lot more forward, even on defense. And right now, Liberty with 2 open players out on the outside.
Lacey's defense right there, though.
Pass. And there's a lot of trust going in on Liberty as the puck goes into no man's land, back on the Liberty half of the ice. They set 2 players up, ready for them to push forward again.
Yeah, Lacey's got control of it for a moment. They just want to keep control of it here for the final few seconds of this period, even if they don't score. But Liberty's got it here. Lacey's defense right by him.
And Liberty backing out again, looking to pass it. They're able to find a pass, and Liberty passes it down the side. It's a 1-on-3, now 2-on-3. He's able to set up a slap shot as the period ends, not able to put it in.
That'll bring us to the end of the second period, 9-0. Jackson Liberty, of course, in the lead. What a great game so far.
Yeah, and Liberty has been looking phenomenal throughout this entire game. They've been taking so many shots, and over the first 2 periods, 5 goals in the first period, 4 goals in the second, but they've been looking so good.
Yeah, I mean, it's been something else so far.
and Lacey has been they've been underwhelming a little bit. But as always between periods, we like to send it over to a commercial.
Hey, you. Me? Have you been feeling sick? Have you been sneezing? Well, I'm gonna teach you proper sneezing etiquette. Yay! Step 1, prepare to sneeze. Step 2, grab a tissue. Hey, here's your tissue. Thank you. Step 3, cover your nose and mouth with the tissue. Step 4, sneeze. Achoo! Step 5, throw it out. Hey, here's the garbage. Thank you. And step 6, go wash your hands. Ew. What to do if you don't have a tissue? Step 1, prepare to sneeze. Step 2, no tissue. Don't have a tissue. Oh, no. Step 3, sneeze in the inside of your elbow. Achoo! Step 4, wash your hands. Hey, you! Me? Have you been feeling sick? Have you been sneezing? Well, I'm gonna teach you proper sneezing etiquette. Yay! Step 1, prepare to sneeze. Step 2, grab a tissue. Hey, here's your tissue. Thank you. Step 3, cover your nose and mouth with the tissue. Step 4, sneeze. Achoo! Step 5, throw it out. Hey, here's the garbage. Thank you. And step 6, go wash your hands. Ew. What to do if you don't have a tissue? Step 1, prepare to sneeze. Step 2, no tissue. Don't have a tissue. Oh, no. Step 3, sneeze in the inside of your elbow. Achoo! Step 4, wash your hands.
Class. Today we have an awesome guest speaker. This is Mrs. Schultz. She's our biggest business analyst on Wall Street, and she's here to share her experience with you guys today. Mrs. Schultz?
As a business analyst in the 21st century, my biggest piece of advice to you would be to stay dedicated to your work, but also stay true to who you are.
And I believe that's how we will continue to improve our product and dominate the competition.
Okay, everyone, please take your seats. Today we are going to be dissecting our first animal. That's right, if you want to be a doctor, you have to start somewhere.
So, sir, what seems to be the problem?
Lately, I've been lightheaded.
Here, let's take a look.
Computers are the future. They will be everywhere, from homes to schools to businesses. One of you will be lucky enough to step up and be a part of the revolution. Which one of you is going to step up and take the challenge?
Welcome back to the third period of this game between the Liberty Lions and the Lacey Lions.
It has been quite the matchup. Jackson Liberty scoring 9 goals in the first 2 periods. I tell you what, I mean, could you have predicted this going into it?
No, not really. Liberty has been looking phenomenal throughout this, and once again winning another face-off there. And they've really, it all starts from the face-off, able to take possession almost every single time.
Yeah, Jackson Liberty 9 goals at the moment, and they've won 13 out of the 16 face-offs. Right now, they've got possession of that puck.
Yeah, and once again, Liberty taking possession of it and putting a lot more pressure on. And Lacey, though, has looked good. I mean, in this 30 seconds, they have looked like they have been stopping it a little bit more as they have been taking possession a little bit.
And there goes the puck. It goes free, and Lacey doesn't recover. Neither does Liberty. It's going to be a fight to see who gets to it first. And Lacey gets it for the moment.
Yeah, and once again there, Lacey not as fast as Liberty. Liberty is able to catch up and kind of get it out to the side where there's no threat involved.
Yeah, I tell you, that's the problem for both teams when it goes off into that no man's land and no one can get to it. And there it goes again, but this time Liberty's there.
Yeah, and Liberty passing it out to the right side, looking to take an opportunity out of this. And once again, Liberty playing very methodically and just taking things out to the side and just really just waiting before they go in. And like right there, they had a player right next to the goal, which I haven't seen them do at all.
Here's a replay of that. And
he tries to take a shot there, is able to get it past number 20, but it just kind of cupcakes over to the goalie. But
good block.
But there, Liberty once again still bringing new things in. Like right there, they had a player standing next to the goalie, just kind of waiting to capitalize on these shots that bounce off of his chest and just hit the ground. And that's something that Lacey might not have been practicing for or prepared for, or anybody else in the league might be doing, because they're really just taking shots whenever they can take one. And then
well, I think what Lacey's big thing right now is even if Liberty wins tonight, they don't want them to win by 10, so that just might be their big thing, is preventing that 10th goal.
Yeah, and that's definitely a lot of pride, but they also want to get a goal because a shutout is almost as bad, but they really just don't want both. So Lacey right now is playing a lot more for pride with 13 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Well, in your mind, if you're, say, the coach on Lacey, what would be worse to you, a complete shutout, or you win 10, or you lose 10, but you still have 1 goal on the board?
I'd say for Lacey, the thing that they want to do right now, especially, is score a goal. Stopping them, yes, that's definitely 100% something that they're really going to be looking to do, but scoring a goal can really just change things. And while it doesn't look as good on a score sheet, losing 10-1, it's still 100% better than getting shot.
Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree with you on that one. You want to at least say that you were able to put something up on the board, even if it's only 1 goal. And hey, you know what? Everything's a game of momentum. 1 goal could lead to 2. 2 could lead to 3, and so on. Yeah,
and Lacey so far with only a handful of shots, I'd say around 6 so far. And some of those shots really haven't been shots. They've just kind of gone out into no man's land and kind of gone towards the goalie. So it's really not looking too good for Lacey, but, you know, their goalie has been looking really strong, and, well, I don't know, you may want to hope that he is one of the younger guys and he will be with you for a while.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said earlier, Liberty's been scoring, and this isn't bad, but they've been scoring just because of quantity, having 44 shots and 9 goals. It's a game of numbers. You shoot 44 times, you're bound to get a few in. And that's not saying, of course, Liberty isn't playing good. They're playing phenomenally. But you know, it's just a matter of the more shots you take, the more likely you are to get a goal. Lacey's only had 5 shots, so.
Yeah, and Liberty tonight is senior night, and they have 6 seniors on the team, so they have a lot more experience with them. And that has really been showing off because they've all been playing very strongly and just playing incredible, and just it seems like they have that synergy that Lacey just doesn't seem to have.
Well, yeah, Lacey might have a younger team there, and that might be a big factor in it as well.
Yeah, but for Lacey, that might not be that bad. Well, this year may not be going so well for them. They may be looking to build on next year. Yeah. It's one of those things where you just kind of keep going and just hope that next year is better.
Well, that'll be the big thing for Liberty's team going forward, is that these seniors who will be graduating this year have taught the younger players, the juniors and stuff, the unity and what they can do and how to play the way they're playing.
Yeah, and
keep that going.
They also have a lot of leaders. If they have 6 people. Take control once again.
So, anyway, as we continue on in this game, as we continue on here, it is Liberty's number 88 passing it off to the number, was that 14? And they'll make a shot, not going to go in, unfortunately.
Yeah, and once again, it's another incredible shot by them. Their 46th shot of the night. And they really just have been looking a lot stronger. And once again, here, they keep possession of it and able to make an incredible move there. But Liberty, once again, as you saw there, keeping a player right next to the goalie, waiting for the goalie to make a save that kind of floats out a little bit, and just having somebody there to capitalize.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing, because a lot of Liberty's goals have come on when you said the goalie saves it but bounces off him, and then they make a shot right after that. So having that extra player there might be a key to more goals.
Yeah, and the goalie has been doing phenomenal to stop these shots, but that's something that he might need to work on, is some of these shots, they've been hitting them, but they've been going out a little bit and haven't been able to keep it going.
Not that they necessarily need more goals, of course. Yes. As you can see here, it looks like... Sorry about that, I couldn't quite see down in that corner.
And there's another face-off there, but Liberty once again taking possession after the face-off. Now 15 of 17 on face-offs.
You can see Jackson Liberty has control of that for a moment as it goes off into no man's land. That is the number 97. McCauley had that for a moment.
Yeah, and they're passing it off. They've just been looking so strong going forward. And they really have to hold themselves high coming out of this, as they have been dominant so far, but we are 6 minutes into the third period and Liberty has not scored.
Here's your replay of what just transpired.
And as you can see there, he was able to pass it back, and he goes for a shot there after making a move on a player. Takes the shot and it goes into back of the net.
Got it balanced now?
So that might have been Liberty's 10th goal, because it looked like it did go in.
And I do believe that would make it merciful. So even though 9 minutes left on the clock, Lacey not able to score. It will be a shutout. Liberty up 10-0, and really Liberty has just looked stronger the whole time, as they had a lot more shots on net.
Still a good game. I guess Lacey still, I think their goalie should hold his head high, because he blocked a lot of good shots, that being Jacob Turin, and of course Liberty going out real happy on senior night, winning 10-0, a complete shutout. Good job by Jackson Liberty. This has been Jackson Television's Game of the Week. We'll be back in just a little while for our second game of the evening. Yep, so don't go anywhere, folks.
And I'm Brian Martingano.
I'm Matt Egan.
And we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see you real soon.
Good job, ladies.